Okay, welcome to the SRG Sports Talk Tiger Show with me, Jonovic. Before we get into the MLB part of this, I'm going to put it all in one video. From the MLB to the next season, I'll be taking 3 days off, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday I'll be back on, so guarantee we're going to be back on Thursday, so that's going to be 3 days off I'm going to be taking, which is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I need to break on this. I put out video after video for the last couple of days, and I wasn't expecting the internet to screw up on me, and everything went haywire after that, and it just really kind of screwed up everything, so it's really kind of pathetic. We're going to talk the last day of MLB, but I'm also going to talk about what would be for the 2027 season. For the clubs and everything, we're going to do that, but we're going to do this real quick, try to get the games out of the way. On the 7th of the, which was Friday, and yeah, they were both Friday, which was New York Mets and Pirates. New York Mets kind of won their game 6-4 against the Pirates, and that was pretty good, actually, to be honest with you. Hands down, not that bad. Average. Phillies lost against the Blue Jays against 4-5. Phillies could have done a lot better, but there's not many entrants. Which, by the way, the last 4 games on this video will be related to this. Will be related to this, actually, here, right here. The last 4 games will be related to this. So, they'll be related, and it's going to be all in one video. So, it's going to be related to what I'm doing. So, game 3 would be Angels and Marlins. Marlins lost against the Angels 4-3. And then you got the Cubs and the Royals. They won against their games against the Royals. The Cubs did 6-4. Now, besides on Friday, I know the MLB season's about to wind down. Offhand, hang on. Hang on here. Hang on. I'm gonna put this down on the ground so it doesn't blow off. But, I'm gonna put it right here. I'll just put it on the ground. I'll pick it up later. But I want to get through the clubs also in this video. For the most part. Now for next year, the clubhouses. And 2027, I got at least a couple teams that might be able to work out their kinks, but I think they might be losing the coaches, maybe a little bit of the GMs. New York Mets is one of them. Their losses are 67-57, so that is pretty bad. So I think they're going to need to fix their clubhouse more than anything else. 68-50 would be the Cubs, Chicago Cubs. So they're going to need to fix their clubhouse, definitely. But they're at average. They might keep the coach. They might keep the GM. Everything around. I might replace a few players if I was the Cubs right now. So it's kind of average with me with the Cubbies. But right now they're in a good spot. Right now they are. And then you got the LA Angels, 45-74 losses. They definitely need to fix their club. Hands down for 2027, I would say get rid of a couple of your players. Maybe the GM, keep the coach, because the coach did try his best. But 45-74, I would say they're going to lose the coach and the GM. So the owner's got to split, where he's got to find another GM and an owner. But Tampa Bay Rays, on the other hand, their wins and losses is 51 losses and 69. So I think these are the 5 teams that are going to be yeah, 45 wins and 72 losses. I think these are the 3 clubs that are going to be losing But I think these are the 5 clubs that are going to be losing everything else in between. So these are the 5 clubs that I think they're going to have coaches replaced, maybe the GMs replaced. So these are 5 clubs that are probably in jeopardy of getting a new head coach. I'm looking at mostly the coach's standpoint on this for 2027. So that's my results for that for the baseball career. It just really so happens if they do get a replacement coaches, maybe get rid of the GMs. The owners are going to have some type of agreement for 2027 for next year. Their record stands. I mean, you got to think. Tampa Bay, LA, Chicago, and New York. They're one of the 4 teams out of the clubs that are very bad in the MLB right now. So the owners of the clubs are going to have to find new head coaches. Maybe a new GM. They might keep at least one GM. I would say LA Angels would be keeping their GM. Everyone else I would say get fired. So I'm assuming that would happen with anything else. But this is the last part I'm doing for the 7. Then I'm done with MLB until next season. Because there's too many games to have. And I'll have to cut the games off a little bit more offhand. So, but no, these clubs I think would be interesting to do. And I think that would be hard for me to cope. So it's like you gotta think where I'm coming from. But no, the last couple games were not monotonous, but it was like record. But the record to them, you know, you gotta think. I mean, if you look at the last couple of games from Friday, and I think that was which one was it? I think it was the Pirates here. Yeah, the Pirates versus New York Mets. At least they won that game 6-4. Pirates might have to look over for another club coach. You know, that would be interesting. Pirates are one of the worst next to the Mets anyway. Now, if they could try to win, they could try to win. But I think it would be kind of impossible to really think what they're going to do. But as it goes on, it's not going to be easy. But that's what I'm going to discuss also on it. But I'm going to get to on the 14th and the 27th will be football. Like I said, I'll be taking a couple days off. So, but that's all I wanted to do for this one. This is the last MLB, so I might as well get it off my chest. But no, 3 days off will be not too bad. So I'm taking Monday, reminder, I'm taking Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off. Back on Thursday. So it's like, I gotta get a break to everything. And by the time the 14 rolls around, we're ready for football. So, for the SRG Sports Talk Show, for the last MLB show, John Rick signing off. Take care. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And have a fun day. And stay safe out there while you're driving. Everything else in between. If you're watching me on YouTube or you're driving, let me know. So until next time, John Rick signing off. Take care.